wasn't serving well at all this match. I don't know why, but my service swing just felt off. This serve here is actually one of the better ones I did, and yet. His return of serve was good. It had some power, it landed at my feet, plus I didn't do a great job of backing up to give myself some time, which resulted in what could have been a very easy put away for him. Lucky for me, he didn't come in on his return. I think he definitely could have done better with his shot there. It was a short ball, he got there on time, and the ball was definitely high enough for him to go for a more aggressive shot with a good angle, but he opted for the drop shot. As I was approaching this ball, the only thing I did notice is that he didn't stay at the net, nor did he rush back to the baseline. He was just kind of lingering in no man's land. So I decided to hit a safe but deep shot, figured I could either force an error or get an easy put away on the next shot. Right here, I can already tell that I can't hit a clean overhead on his lob. I can either back up to hit a bad overhead or run around the ball. He was able to put a good amount of topspin on his lob, which would make the run around that much more difficult. Plus, he was so far back in the court that he probably wouldn't have been able to do much with it, even if it was a bad overhead. Alas, I went around the ball, but wasn't able to do much more than just get it back on the court. It was a good lob. I should have hit an overhead. Oftentimes in matches, when I'm a little nervous or stressed, either because I'm losing or it's an important match, I like to play little games in my head to distract myself. Most of those games are simply varying my current strategy. During changeovers, I like to decide what my strategy is going to be for the next 2 games. I try to focus on just accomplishing that strategy, not even winning the game or winning the points. This point, for example, is just me successfully accomplishing the strategy that I had set in the last changeover. It was nothing complicated. I wanted to use the whole court as much as possible, but not just focusing on side-to-side movement, but also mixing in deep and short balls. Whenever I could, I would hit a more aggressive, spinny, short ball, and I would go for that. Otherwise, I would try to push him back with a deep ball, and then just keep rotating through that cycle until I conjure a winner or he makes an error. As I've said in previous videos, I am very happy with the progress that my backhand has made. This point, however, illustrates that it still has a long way to go. I have this bad habit of not using my hips and shoulders to provide that power in my backhand when I'm trying to be a little more consistent and not really go for an aggressive shot. I call it a bad habit, because I don't think my consistency is worse when I do properly rotate and use my whole body as opposed to just my arm doing the work. What is true is that I do have less power and less spin. Seeing as my previous shot was deep and he was pretty far back in the court, I went for an aggressive short slice which I figured wouldn't bounce very much, making it hard to get to. Well, he got to it and did more with it than I thought he would be able to. After that, he did a good job finishing the point. The match was very close. Unfortunately, I did end up losing, but I learned a lot. On the positive side, I did win the semi-final match for the 4th series draw. In the next video, I'll upload the entire match of the 4th series finals, which was against an 18-year-old that did not quite understand that you could just let some balls go. Just look at them as they land in the court and you lose the point and then just move on to the next point. It was a great and exhausting match.